Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is what I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing today. It is the Smokey Wolf Mini. Basically, it is a suppressor for, normally it's going to be used for a pistol, but this thing is going to not actually have a tracer unit in it like this one does from G&G, but this one is actually going to have a flash or a muzzle flash at the front, and then it's going to have a liquid inside which is going to turn into smoke. So when we fire it, it actually is going to kind of look like a real steel firearm going off. I've got one of these for my rifle, which is the original Smokey Wolf. This one you can see here is the Mini. But I've got the original Smokey Wolf, and that one was cool and works really well, but it's definitely a really cool concept. I think sometimes in terms of the actual like function of how it works, it would leak quite a lot of liquid. Sometimes the tracer unit for me just wouldn't kind of like activate. It would just do the smoke and the muzzle flash, which was still very cool. And they're quite expensive for what they are. Like this one right here is $139. So it's a pretty small suppressor, like tracer, or sorry, it's not a tracer. It's a pretty small little unit you're going to put on there. And it is going to give you some cool factor, but this isn't going to give you the same functionality as a tracer unit is if you're using indoors, if you want to see that like BB light up. I'll show you quickly, actually no, I'll show you in a second what a tracer unit does in comparison, and you can kind of get an idea of whether you like it or not. So what I'm going to do is just have a look at this. I have unboxed this or just had a quick look at it myself. The only reason I had a look at it was to just pull this out to charge it, because you will need to charge this thing. As I said, it costs $139. You can get it actually on Silo Entertainment's website. I saw it in one of his videos, and that's how I ended up finding it, ended up buying it, ordering it. It took a couple of weeks to come. But I think he has like some kind of like agreement with Smokey Wolf, I believe, because it seems like he stocks a lot of their products on there. I don't think it's actually like his company, but it definitely seems like it is. It says Martina on here. Thank you from Martina. So I don't know if that's someone who owns the company or if that's like someone who's related. But it comes here with a instructions booklet. Sorry, we're getting a lot of flare in the actual camera today. I don't know why that is. I might try and turn down this brightness. See if that helps a bit. Does that help? Yeah, that's helping. So we get a little instruction booklet here. That side's in Chinese. That side's in Chinese. In fact, it doesn't. Yes, it does. We do have it in English, so I'll keep this up here. Oh, so the brand is Martina, color matte black, application film props. So I think that's probably what it's pretty good for. But it says here you can basically just turn it on and off. I don't think. Just simulate smoke and firelight effect. Two optional modes, smoke mode and smoke and firelight mode. So I think we long press the button to turn off and on, and then when it's turned on, we press it once and it changes the mode. And it says red light flashes once is level 1, red light flashes 2 is level 2. Short press the adjustment button, 3 levels. Okay. Press twice on the front end, flashes. Okay, so it looks like it's basically one button kind of control. In the box, we also have, sorry, got this flash going, a little holder for it, which is great. And then we have the same as actually the full Smokey Wolf. So you've got a charging cable to actually charge up the unit. And then you have 2 of these, which are bottles of the liquid. So I think it's just like propylene glycol. So you can buy this very cheap, but this obviously comes with 2 of them. The actual bottle, I think, is quite important to kind of hold on to and to keep hold of, because this thing has this little nub on it, and then that allows you just to kind of squeeze it into a small space. We'll open it up now and get an idea of what it's like. But I'm quite excited just to try this because I do like kind of having that smoke effect. So as you can see here already, it does have this like residue on it. And this was an issue that I had with it before. This hasn't been used yet, but it definitely seemed like some of that like liquid that was in the actual container would spread out. I've done a video on the full Smokey Wolf before, but you can see here there's like an empty to full reservoir tank. So I'm going to fill that in. At the top here it has this little nub which we just need to pull up and you can refill in there. There's also the charging port there, and then the button and the mode button is on the front where you have the actual like muzzle flash effect. So let's make sure it turns on. Do I long hold it to turn it on? Okay, well, it's not turning on apparently. Let's see how it says. Power on. Long press the button for 3 seconds to turn on and off. When the indicator light will turn on, and when powered on will turn. The indicator light will turn on when powered on and off when powered off. Where is the indicator light? Okay, so if I go 1, Mississippi 2, Mississippi 3, Mississippi, go. Doesn't seem like that's actually turning on. Unless I'm missing this somehow. Let's do it for longer. Okay, so yeah, it definitely doesn't seem like this is turning on right now. If I plug it in, which I had it plugged in before. Okay, so that light is turning on when it's plugged in. So it seems like it's getting power to it. If I pull that off, the light goes off. I just don't know, where's this indicator light? Oh, is the indicator light? Oh, okay. The indicator light's on the back, so that's me being dumb. 1, Mississippi 2, Mississippi 3. Okay, cool. So that indicator light is actually on that side. So that's why I was getting confused. I don't know if you can see that blinking green now, but I was expecting something to go on here. So we're all good. It is working. I'm now going to fill this up and just put some of this liquid in here. This thing might be quite tough to get out. So it has this little nipple. I might actually just give you a bit of a closer up little look on this, so you guys can take a look. Let's give you a little desk overlay. So here is like where I'm going to basically put that in. That's the little like nipple piece that's come out, and it just goes straight in there. Then what I'm going to do is take the liquid and we're going to basically just put it into this hole. I think I'm going to put it in as far as I can. And then I'm going to squeeze gently whilst trying to work out. Okay, so it looks like we're full. I think that is full. It's quite hard to like kind of see what is full and what's not. It's almost like there's 2 lines to it, one on the like just above the empty and one below. Okay, no, it's not full. Now it's starting to fill up. It's almost like there's been previous liquid in there. Okay, so I put some in there, so we'll do this. This again is like something that's very different from like a regular tracer. Regular tracer, you just turn it on and you're all good to go. This thing is trying to work out, is it on, is it off? It is on, it's flashing. So we're going to put this, basically the front end, into here. Straight into that little spot. This little guy is going to attach on the back. Like the build quality of it's really good. I would say it's kind of like that matte black finish. It has here Martina, like Smokey Wolf written on there. What I'll do actually quickly is I'm going to show you guys what the regular tracer looks like. So then you can kind of get an idea of that. We'll spin this round so I can show you guys what the regular tracer looks like, probably from this angle. Just work this out from this angle. So this is my G&G Armament little mini tracer that I've got on here. It actually works really well. This one is just like a rotate and it goes on and off. So very, very easy to do. I'll make sure that that is on. Yep, that's working. It'll light up green BBs. So that's the kind of, and I think I've got tracer BBs in here. I'm hoping I do. So if I do this here, you should be able to see. Okay, it looks like these aren't tracer BBs. These ones should be tracer BBs. Let's see. If not, I need to go and get some. I think they are actually tracer BBs. No, they're not tracer BBs. Okay, well, that basically will just light that BB up green. That's kind of what it's going to end up doing. Oh, sorry. I had it turned off, which was very stupid. Okay, right. Okay, there we go. So hopefully you can see that on the smaller screen. And you can see that on the bigger screen. But I will turn this right here so you guys get a first-person view of so that's what that looks like with the tracer BBs on. I'm back, don't worry. So hopefully that was useful. So that's basically what a normal one's going to do. I'm going to remove this now. So we take this off. I don't really know which mode we've got this on, so I might try and put it onto the highest mode, just so then we can kind of test it for what it's going to be. Okay, so the mode, what do I want to do to max this guy out? Okay. Adjust the smoke red light 3 times is what we want. Okay, hold on. Just short press the adjustment button to toggle between settings. So that's 2. Okay, so I think that's 3. So I think level 3 hopefully is going to give us the most amount of smoke. We'll see if that's the case. Now, I don't think I need to really aim this camera particularly at like where I'm shooting, because it's not going to have that tracer effect. I kind of wish it did have that tracer effect. I don't know why they didn't go for that as well. I presume it's just hard to fit into it. The Smokey Wolf regular one is quite big. So I'm going to put this on and we're going to do a, hopefully you can see this from both angles. Wow, put the mag in there. That's probably a good idea, isn't it? Okay, both angles. So you can see the smoke coming out. Let me just do this. So you can see that there, that's where the smoke's coming out, and that is working well. I don't think that it's actually doing the muzzle flash when the USB, okay, charging. Quickly press the adjustment button twice. Front firelight adjusts. Okay, so I need to basically push it twice. Like, this is very complicated for having one of these. Let me just do this quickly. Okay, so that just did a big flash. You probably saw that. So I'm thinking that that means now this thing is on. Let me just quickly, hold on. I'm just going to pause this. Sorry, just had a package delivery. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'll show you guys what this is like. I think this should all be working well now. I think we're going to have the muzzle flash, and I think we're going to have the smoke. Smoke seems to be working great. It's kind of a bit of a delay. I can kind of like hear the thing going afterwards. And I mean, I can use this on anything. So we'll go with this. Now, hopefully you guys can see, let me just move this maybe a bit closer, and then you can see that there. So hopefully you can see this. You can see the smoke coming out there. I can't tell if that muzzle flash is going. It's not like light enough here, but the smoke is definitely very, very cool. So you can see there, all that smoke coming out. So guys, I mean, I think this is pretty cool. Like, it's definitely, hold up there on the slide. I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely something that is much more of a novelty, I think, than it is actually like useful. If you're doing something like shooting a movie or doing something along those lines, then it's probably pretty like awesome to use. But to be honest, like in terms of like, do I think it's going to add much to my Airsoft game? Not really. I'd rather have the tracer functionality of the other one, because then actually you're seeing where the BBs are going, and I'm probably going to really want a suppressor on a pistol in that environment. You can obviously put this on like a PDW or something, and that might be a bit different. But for $135, when you can get a good tracer for less than that, I don't know. It's not the biggest thing for me. Yeah, so I'm going to put a link down below. If you want to buy this from Silo Entertainment, it's going to be down there. I don't think you can get them anywhere else at the moment that I've seen. But I'm probably going to put this on one of my replicas, keep it there, and we'll see if it comes up in future videos. If you guys have any questions, as always, put them down in the description below. And please let me know what you think of the channel. All right, speak to you soon. Goodbye.